Good Friday evening, everybody. This is Stephen Ray, and we are currently looking at a brand new tornado warning that is a particularly dangerous situation tornado warning for North Tunica and the places of Tunica as well. Now, this does not include any portion of South Haven or Hernando, but it is moving in that direction. So once again, we have a confirmed tornado with this storm that is sitting over the area of Tunica, Mississippi. A confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Lexa or near St. Francis National Park, moving east at 55 miles per hour. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover immediately. This is a damaging tornado. Weather spotters confirmed a tornado at 6:59 with this storm. And this was when it was 2 miles east of Marvel, which is right there, and you see the tornado icon. So they have called this a particularly dangerous situation. Also, we are getting reports of tornado damage, and I think this is up to the north, up in Tipton County, up in Tennessee. But once again, if you are in North Tunica right now, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now. This is the lowest floor of your home, near the center and away from windows. So now let me go on ahead and turn on the Memphis radar, and there you can see your tornadic supercell that is sitting in between Rondo and North Tunica. And when I put this into motion for you, you can see that it is sliding south of Horseshoe Lake and also near Horn Lake and South Haven, Mississippi. And this thing does have a tornado with it. Now, the tornado is going to be sitting right there near the area of Lexa. Then it will come up here towards a point near Tunica, Mississippi, and then it will straddle the line between DeSoto County and the storm off to the south. Now, this area is monitored by the National Weather Service. All right, so the Weather Service has issued now a tornado warning for DeSoto, Tate, and Tunica counties. All right, so they've issued a tornado warning, a particularly dangerous situation. Tornado threat observed. The damage threat is considerable, and hail likely in this is going to be ping pong ball sized. So once again, there is now a tornado warning for DeSoto, Tate, and Tunica counties in Mississippi until 8 o'clock. So let me back out and show you. There's your new polygon, and this does include the areas of Horseshoe Lake, Coldwater, and Hernando is on the outskirts of this brand new tornado warning. A reporter of a tornado 2 miles east of Marvel, like I just said, over on the Arkansas Mississippi state line, and this is coming right at Tunica, Mississippi, right now. You can also expect to see hail of ping pong ball sized through 8 o'clock. A confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near St. Francis National Park, moving east at 55 miles per hour. So let me take you in here and show you where your tornado is going to be, and there is going to be your confirmed tornado moving off in this direction right here towards North Tunica as well. It is crossing in between LaGrange and Lexa, Arkansas right now, about to cross over. Okay. That warning that you just heard was a tornado warning that they are continuing, that is north of this area up in North Tennessee. But there is your confirmed tornado that is moving towards North Tunica right now as we speak. And I will also show you that we also have very, very large hail falling with this. And there, of course, is your hail core about to cross LaGrange and over into North Tunica as well. So for those of you that are watching along the 55 corridor, Coldwater is in the tornado warning. Senatobia is not, and Hernando is not as of right now. However, this will be moving towards that area right now. Okay, I wanted to make sure that everybody could hear me on the Facebook side, and you guys can. So once again, this is a confirmed tornado that is about to cross the Mississippi River and also cross from Arkansas into Mississippi. And next up is going to be the area of Tunica and North Tunica, and then Coldwater, Hernando, and then eventually towards Horn Lake, South Haven, and Olive Branch, Mississippi. Now, what you're looking at here is the vertical veal product, and this is the hill core that is associated with the storm, and the hill core with this storm could be on the level of ping pong ball sized hail. So this is the area of concern. How does Oxford look? All right, so everybody does not live in Northwest Mississippi. Let me show you. This is the only storm of concern anywhere in the state of Mississippi right now. There is the look at central Mississippi. You've got a little bit of storms coming down here near the St. Joseph area and north of Natchez, Mississippi. Those are non-severe. You've got other showers basically in the Pine Belt area north of Columbia, in between Columbia and McGee. Other showers are breaking out, just showers between Louisville and Philadelphia, Mississippi, and that one lone supercell thunderstorm that is right up here that is crossing out of Helena, West Helena, moving up towards Tunica, Hernando, and South Haven, Mississippi. Now, this will stay northwest of Holly Springs, and this will cross into Tennessee, possibly somewhere in between South Haven and Olive Branch, Mississippi. It may go as far east as Valhalla. I hope I'm saying that correctly. But for right now, the next people that are involved with this would be Tunica, North Tunica, and then the I-55 corridor in between Senatobia and South Haven, Mississippi. So they are saying that this is a confirmed tornado that is on the ground that was passing over the area of St. Francis National Park, moving to the east at 55 miles per hour. Now, once again, for those of you that are watching in Hernando or anywhere around that area, this is not, you guys are not underneath the tornado warning yet. It is just off to your west and just off towards your southwest as well. So let me take you back over to the Memphis radar because that is the closest radar that we have. I have Jackson on right now, showing you what was going on down in South Mississippi. So there, of course, is your storm that is about to cross the state line, passing over the LaGrange, Arkansas area, about to cross the area of North Tunica and Tunica, Mississippi, and then it will come up towards a point near Coldwater, Hernando, and then, of course, Horn Lake and South Haven. So once again, this is a confirmed tornado that is observed, and the damage threat is considerable for this tornado that is about to cross over North Tunica and Tunica, Mississippi. Now, if you live in Tunica, along the 61 corridor, the Tunica Airport, or the 4 corridor, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now. That is the lowest floor of your home, near the center and away from windows. And if you are in the area of Tunica near the blue and white restaurant, the Eminole Express, Beatline Road, Academy Drive, along Fox Island Road, or the 4 corridor, you need to be in your safe place right now. Also, if you are, like I said, across the Tunica Airport, you need to be in your safe place. Also, up towards the area of Robinsonville and Casino Strip Resort Boulevard exit. Those are the areas that is going to be coming across within the next few minutes. Okay. Okay, at 7:16, which was 2 minutes ago, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located 7 miles northeast of the St. Francis National Park, moving east at 50 miles per hour. So, with that being said, this is a particularly dangerous situation. Locations include Hernando, Hughes, Coldwater, Walls, Tunica, Horseshoe Lake, Lake Cormorant, Eudora, Brixey, North Tunica, Hillside, Commerce, and Pritchard. So those are the areas of concern right now. And like I said, the tornado threat is considerable with this for DeSoto, Tate, and Tunica counties in Mississippi. So this is going to be the area of concern right now. And I can put this into motion for you. And we will watch this thing together. And like I said, this is crossing the state line between Arkansas and Mississippi right now. There is West Helena and Helena, West Helena, and it's going to stay north of you over there in Arkansas. And then up next, it is going to be crossing Tunica and North Tunica right now. So, right now, if you were along Levee Road or Riverview Drive, which is right there along the Mississippi River in DeSoto County, you need to go ahead and be in your safe place right now. Tunica Lake Road, Fox Island Road, or Riverview Drive. You need to be in your safe place right now. Also, there is a community or a road along the Mississippi River called Bluebird Trail. If you are anywhere near those areas, that is where this tornado is going to be crossing within a matter of minutes. This is also going to be crossing over the Prairie Point Towhead, which is right there just off to the northeast of Helena, West Helena. So anywhere that I've called out Tunica Lake, you guys are going to be right under the gun from this within a matter of minutes, and then it is going to cross the 4 corridor and the 61 corridor right there near the area of Tunica Airport. So you need to go on ahead and be in your safe place right now. Also, if you are near the White Oak Bayou, you need to be in your safe place as well. Now, for places of reference in Tunica that need to be in your safe place, it's going to be the areas of Tunica Academy, also near the True Value, the Church's Texas Chicken, and the Finger Licking Good right there in Tunica. Also near the Blue and White Restaurant right there along the 61 corridor, and the Rosa Fort High School. Anywhere of those locations that I called out right there, you need to be in your safe place right now there in downtown Tunica. Because this thing is going to be crossing that area within a matter of moments. And there, of course, is your confirmed tornado. Right there, that real bright spot there on the radar. And let me go back to correlation coefficient. And there, of course, is your confirmed tornado that has crossed over the Mississippi River, and it is now into Tunica County, Mississippi. And so this is a debris signature that is going to be coming up towards North Tunica and towards the Tunica area in Mississippi. Now let me see if we have any vantage point from any of that area. Okay, to this area, the only closest camera is going to be on the 69 corridor, which is nowhere near Tunica. Okay. So, unfortunately, there are no cameras that I know of that we can actually look at this in and around the Tunica area. So that is unfortunate. Let me see. For those asking about Walls, Mississippi, yes, you guys are in the tornado warning as well. I'm looking back over all of the comments from Facebook to see if there are any questions that you guys have. And for those of you that are watching and wondering about Oxford, Mississippi, like I said, this is the only active tornadic storm in Mississippi right now. Let me back out and show you a wide view of this. There's the reflectivity. That is your only storm of concern anywhere in Mississippi. Is going to be this supercell that is right there over Tunica, and about to push towards the Hernando, Mississippi area. Everywhere else in Mississippi, you guys are fine. Down here in Jackson, I'll cut the radar on briefly and let you see that there are a little bit of a few showers out there, just like summer rain showers from Ackerman all the way down to Philadelphia over to Kosciuszko, Union, and then of course you've got this other batch of just heavy rain that is moving out of Natchez, in between Natchez and Vicksburg, Mississippi. And that's it. You've got one lone supercell thunderstorm that is up here over Tunica, Mississippi, about to push from Tunica over to Hernando, Olive Branch, and then it will push into the Tennessee area. And once it pushes into Tennessee, I can give everybody the all clear for the time being. But there are still active weather back off to the south that we will have to deal with later this evening and overnight. But for right now, one active tornado warning, and that is for this one that is confirmed on the ground. That is right over Tunica, or moving into Tunica, Mississippi, as we speak right now. So for those of you that were asking about everywhere else in Mississippi, this is the only warning that we currently have in the state of Mississippi right now. And this thing is bearing down on Tunica and North Tunica right now as we speak. Now let me also see if we have any updates from the Weather Service out of Memphis. Alright. They're issuing a tornado warning for a part of Tennessee that is north of this area. So they are issuing warnings from this one off to the north. However, no update from the Weather Service out of this warning since 7:18, which was about 10 minutes ago, when they just gave an update on it and confirmed that a large and extremely dangerous tornado was located 7 miles northeast of St. Francis National Park, moving northeast at 50. Okay, just as I get the words out of my mouth, tornado warning continues for DeSoto, Tate, and Tunica at 7:28. A confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located on the ground over North Tunica, moving east at 50 miles per hour. So this thing, they have confirmed it now. So this thing is moving into North Tunica right now. So this needs to be, you need to be in your safe place right now. You need to be on the lowest floor of your home, near the center and away from windows, because this thing is a confirmed tornado, and it is bearing down on North Tunica right now. No. So your possible, or your actual tornado is going to be right here, just off towards the west of North Tunica. And this is going to be moving over the area of Mahoon Landing Parkway, also near the Fox Island Road and the area of Riverview Drive, along the 4 corridor just off to the west of North Tunica. This is going to be the area that this tornado is coming over right now. Also, if you were near Hollywood, Mississippi, or Perry Road, you need to be in your safe place right now. Also, this is over the area of Old Highway 61. So this is going to be the area that is going to be right on top of the tornado that is moving through this area right now. Also, we are getting reports of very large hail that is coming out of this storm, up to 1.75 inches in diameter, which at that moment would be, okay, at 7:27, a tornado was on the ground 4 miles northwest of Tunica. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now from a damaging tornado, and this does include the areas of Walls, Tunica, Horseshoe Lake, Hernando, Coldwater, and places in and around those areas. So this is going to be a large tornado that is crossing over the area of Old Highway 61 and the Moon Landing Parkway across Tunica and North Tunica right now. Also, if you are near Beat Line Road or the area, like I said earlier, of Blue and White Restaurant and Monroe Avenue and Main Street. This is going to be the area that is coming through right now. We are also getting reports of 2-inch diameter hail that is coming out of this just off to the west of Hollywood, Mississippi, which is just north of Tunica, over the 61 corridor, which runs from Tunica all the way up towards the area of the Memphis metro area. So if you were along the 61 corridor, I want you guys to be in your safe place right now, as this is a extremely large and dangerous tornado that is crossing North Tunica, Mississippi. And I can show you that this right here is going to be the tornado that is on the ground right now doing damage as we speak. And your velocity data will line up right with that couplet there and that debris signature. And now I will tell you, in the last few runs of this, it does look like that this rotation is broadening out, which is a good thing. It's not as tight as it once was back off to the west here over the area when it crossed the Mississippi River. However, if you were up here close to the area of Hernando and North Tunica, I still want you in your safe place right now. Also, Horseshoe Lake, I want you in your safe place right now as well. As we have a lot of reports coming in of very large hail within this tornado warning. Hernando is still not underneath the tornado warning yet. However, I would expect that to be very soon if this trend continues. Alright, so guys, let me back out because the Weather Service up in Memphis just posted a brand new tornado warning, and I can almost guarantee you that this one is going to be for the Hernando, Mississippi area. And I think this warning, let me stop this because I think this one is going to include the Hernando, Mississippi area. And there is your new polygon. All right, so you got a brand new. Let me back this out. Let me take the radar off. All right, let me cut the radar off. There is your new polygon. And this does include the areas of South Haven, Horn Lake, Hernando, and Olive Branch. Okay, so there is your new polygon that does include the city of Hernando, Mississippi now. All right, so for those of you that are watching, Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Hernando, this is your call to action right now. From a tornado warning that is observed. Now, the tornado warning itself reads, a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Robinsonville, or 15 miles southeast of Hughes, moving east-northeast at 50 miles per hour. This will include South Haven, Germantown, Olive Branch, Horn Lake, Hernando, Memphis, Walls, Tunica, Lake Cormorant, Lynchbrook, Phillips, South Memphis, North Tunica, Lewisburg, Newport, Trinity. All right, so there, of course, is your brand new tornado warning. So if you are in Hernando, this is going to be your call to action right now. And the new warning also says hail up to ping pong ball sized as well. So, if you're in Memphis, if you are in Germantown, if you are in South Haven, Olive Branch, you need to be in your safe place right now. So let's go back to the radar. And there, of course, is your couplet that is crossing North Tunica right now. And based off of the latest scan, all right, based off of the current track, all right, so of course, their course is the track of the tornado right now. And it looks like it is going to cross Hernando based off of this area, based off of the radar itself. It's going to cross Hernando at where 55 intersects 269. So it's going to stay a little bit north of Hernando by just a few miles. But if you are in Hernando, I still want you in your safe place right now, as this thing looks like it is going to take a track. It looks like right now that the possible tornado is going to take a track similar to this, which would make it cross Hernando up at where 269 crosses 55. So it looks like right now, unless it takes a hard turn to the right, which is possible with these tornadoes. But for right now, on the latest scan, it does look like that it's going to go a little bit north and east of Hernando, Mississippi, crossing in between Horn Lake and Hernando, Mississippi. And the good news is that this couplet has really broadened out. And also the good news is I have not seen any damage coming out of Tunica, Mississippi, which is good. That storm was really, really good looking a couple of scans ago, and now, see right there, that looked like a good supercell producing thunderstorm. Now, as it's moved towards Hernando, it looks like it is weakening somewhat, which is a blessing for those in the tornado warning. But I do not want you guys to let your guard down just yet. But it does look like for me that this storm, it does look like that this storm is weakening some as it moves towards. Okay, where is that? All right. Let's see. Okay, so the Weather Service and the Storm Prediction Center are contemplating a new tornado watch that will be issued over the next hour for the areas in West Mississippi, off to the south of this. So there is a 95% chance that a new watch will be issued for places like, unfortunately, Rolling Fork again, Yazoo City, and points off to the west. But like I said, the good news is this tornado has moved through Tunica, Mississippi, and I have not heard of any damage reports so far. So that is wonderful news. So once again, this is moving towards Hernando. But I'm... Oh, wow. See, that has really broadened out. The rotation was really tight. Okay. All right, so the Weather Service still continues. The tornado warning, damage threat considerable. For a tornado at 7:45 that was located over Eudora, or 10 miles west of Hernando, moving northeast at 50. So the Weather Service in Memphis is still saying that this thing is on the ground. So let's go to correlation coefficient and see where this thing is. And I tell you guys, I'm just not seeing it. I'm just not seeing anything that would indicate that this thing is still on the ground. Because there's no good debris signature that looks pretty messy, in my opinion. The couplet is still going to be in this area right here, about 10 miles, like they said, west of Hernando. But that is not as tight as it once was when it was over North Tunica, and based off of that, I still don't see anything that would indicate that this thing is still on the ground. I don't see a debris signature like I did with this storm when it was back over North Tunica. I can that storm is definitely in a weakening phase as it moves further off towards the northeast. Because it does not have that supercell type look that it did when it crossed the Mississippi River. So I still want you in your safe place, Horn Lake, South Haven, and Olive Branch, and Hernando. But I can guarantee you that this storm is in a weakening trend, or it's either in a cycling phase. But your tornado at this point, and let me give you some places of reference. It's going to be over Cub Lake, Trinity, and Eudora along Old Highway 304. That is going to be the area also near Arcabudala Lake, also down towards the area of Pleasant Hill. That is going to be the area Cub Lake, Trinity, Pratt Road on the southern part of Arcabudala Lake. So that is going to be the area also near State Highway 301 and Trinity, Mississippi, up there in DeSoto County. Also, if you are in Robinson, Gin, you need to be in your safe place as well. So the possible tornado is going to be coming over Baldwin Road South, Pratt Road, and Cub Lake right now. And this is also going to be near the area of Eudora and Trinity there in DeSoto County, Mississippi. And it still looks to me like this thing is weakening. However, it looks like it's going to cross into Hernando, like I said, near the 269 and 55 at 7:51. So that is going to be the time that this thing is crossing over that location. But like I said, this thing has weakened considerably as it has crossed into DeSoto County. And based off of that signature, I am really encouraged by what I'm seeing here. And let's see what it looks like on the correlation coefficient with the new scan. And if there's anything down, it is going to be on the county line right here, about to cross into Trinity and then Hernando. So if there's anything on the ground, it's going to be this area right here, moving off in that direction. I mean, that's the only thing that I can think, because that matches up right where the couplet is. Because there's your couplet right there, and that's where your debris ball is. So yeah, that's got to be right there where the tornado is, really close to the county line between Tate and DeSoto County, Mississippi, right now. Um, Tunica, Horseshoe Lake. Now, if you're in Tunica, I can give you guys the all clear, because this is northeast of you guys right now. If you are in Horseshoe Lake, I can give you guys the all clear because it's going to stay south of you. However, if you're in Hernando or up there near Horn Lake, Olive Branch, or South Haven, this is going to be knocking on your door here within a matter of minutes. Also, if you are near, okay. All right, so the Weather Service is going back observed. All right, so it was radar indicated, now it's back to observed. So they must have confirmation on this that this thing is observed. Okay, so let me go back to the radar and go to the correlation coefficient. Let's see where this thing is right there. Okay. So there, of course, is your debris signature, like I was talking about. There it is right there. And according to that, that is a very large tornado, because that is debris that is being lofted by this tornado of homes and trees and whatnot. All right, so there is your confirmed tornado that is on the ground, that is sitting on the county line right now. So if you are in Hernando, Mississippi, I need you to be in your safe place right now, as this is what I'm going to call now a tornado emergency for Hernando, Mississippi right now. This is also going to be close to where 55 intersects 269. It looks like it's where this thing is going to cross. Very close to the area of DeSoto County Museum, or a little bit north of that area. If you live anywhere from Hernando all the way up to where 69 crosses 55, that is where this thing is going to cross. This thing is going to cross somewhere within this zone right here, because there's your tornado moving up in this general area right there. So this is coming up on the 51 corridor first, and then it will cross 55 and 269. Now, if you are on Robertson Road or Memphis Street in northern Hernando, you need to be in your safe place right now. This is a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado that is sitting right there, crossing towards the area of Hernando, Mississippi. And it looks like off of that scan that, hold on. This thing is currently sitting over Eudora, and Old Highway 304 right now. All right, so it just shifted, and now it is sitting over Fog Road and 304. So if you are near the area of Dean's Corner, you need to be in your safe place right now because this is where it's coming over right now. Also, the Rising Sun Road area along the 69 corridor just off to the west of Hernando, Mississippi. So, all right, so your possible tornado looks like it is going to go just to the northwest of Hernando, as it looks like it is crossing the 69 corridor right now. All right, and this is going to be out towards the area of. All right, so this is going to be over Tulane Road and Pine Tree Road along the 69 corridor. All right, now we're getting reports coming in of a tornado with damage 7 miles northeast of Tunica, Mississippi. All right, so we you know that dam, the Arcalabutala Road, Dam Road in Tunica. So we're getting reports of damage coming out of this area. But if you are in Tunica, Mississippi, your tornado is going to be crossing the 69 corridor near Tulane Road and the old Highway 304. And then next up is going to be the Star Landing Road West. And then it's going to come up towards the Nesbitt Road area and Dean Road. So this is also going to be near the area of Dean's Corner, Nesbitt Road, Star Landing Road West. You need to be in your safe place right now as well. Also near Nesbitt, this is moving up towards Horn Lake and South Haven, Mississippi. So now it has taken a track and a turn to the northeast, and it does look like that is moving towards Horn Lake and South Haven, Mississippi right now. So basically, it looks like it is paralleling the 55 corridor right now. And I want to see if I can get any kind of camera out of this area that we can actually see this thing coming at us. So this thing is crossing out of Hernando and moving up towards the area of Nesbitt and Horn Lake right now. So if you were near DeSoto County Driver's License Station, Horn Lake High School, or Church Road, this is coming up on you right now. All right, so this is going to be in perfect condition right here. All right, I'm going to switch off of the radar for a second because I think I've got a good view of where this thing is going to cross Horn Lake, Mississippi. And this is going to be at Church Road off of US 51. So this is going to be right in the area of where this tornado is going to cross out of Horn Lake. Okay, so this is US 51 South at Church Road. All right, and we are looking south out of this area. All right, so I'm going to try to see. Okay, 804. A confirmed tornado was located near Hernando, moving northeast at 45. So, a weather spotter confirmed a tornado at 7:55 near Fog Road and Interstate 69. All right, so that's a little bit further off to the south here. So any one of these cameras, I think, would set us up in a good spot to see this tornado. As it comes into Horn Lake. So your possible tornado is going to be sitting right near the area of Austin Road and North Roberts Road along Star Landing Road as well. So this is going to be a little bit south of this area. So if you are near the area of DeSoto Woods, Alden's, Austin Road, or North Robertson Road, you need to be in your safe place right now, as this is going to be the area that this tornado is coming up on right now. It has crossed 69 and it is about to cross 51 within a matter of moments. So I'm going to try to see if we have any views that would show where the tornado is right now. Okay, so the good news is the Weather Service in Memphis has gone back to this being radar indicated. Alright, so apparently the tornado warning and the tornado has dropped off of the observed and they've gone back to radar indicated for Benton, DeSoto, and Marshall counties in Mississippi until 8:45. So this thing has gone from observed to radar indicated to observed and now back to radar indicated. And your possible tornado now was located over Lewisburg or near Olive Branch, moving to the northeast at 60. So, of course, this thing has cycled. It was back over in the southwestern flank of this storm, but now that it has morphed into a storm and morphed into a bigger storm, your possible tornado now is going to be over the area of Olive Branch, Mississippi. So let's go to velocity and see if we can see, and there it is. There's your possible tornado. Now we've had multiple reports of tornadoes and debris signatures, obviously moving through Horn Lake and South Haven. Now your possible tornado is going to be sitting south of Olive Branch, moving north of Holly Springs, about to cross over into the areas of northern Marshall County in Mississippi, and then passing into Fayette County, Tennessee. So if you were in Hernando, guys, I can give you guys the all clear. It crossed the area of Hernando. Give me just a second, and I will relay that image and that area for you. At 7:55, the tornado crossed Hernando at Fog Road and Interstate 69. Now, this storm is radar indicated with a possible tornado near Olive Branch. So that is wonderful news that this thing is now radar indicated. Now, for the people that are not in northwestern Mississippi, we've got one supercell thunderstorm that is sitting in between South Haven and Olive Branch, Mississippi. And then look at this. The rest of the state of Mississippi is all clear right now, other than a couple of showers that are down here south of Vicksburg, in between Port Gibson and Vicksburg, moving towards the Bolton and Raymond area, and none of those are severe. Now let's look a little bit further off towards the area, and I do note that there are storms that are forming back here in Arkansas, and those will have to be watched as they move in this general area later on tonight, if I could draw correctly. But right now, we have one active tornado warning, and it's going to be for this storm just off to the northeast of Hernando, Mississippi, about to cross over Olive Branch, Mississippi, and then it will move towards the area of Tennessee. And once it gets into Tennessee, I can give everybody in Mississippi the all clear from this one storm. So once again, there is your possible tornado that is sitting near Olive Branch, Mississippi. And also near the Hialeah, Mississippi area. So there, of course, is your tornado. And I'm trying to see. All right. This was a radar scan at 7:55. There. All right, that was at 7:55. Let me back up. There was the tornado when it crossed the 69 corridor and Fog Road north of Hernando. And if you will watch that, as it got into Horn Lake and moved like that, it completely dissipated. Bam, it's gone. The new couplet is going to be for this area right here, but that looks really messy, so I'm not willing to call that a tornado just yet. However, that does match up right there where the couplet is, but I'm still not willing to call that yet a tornado warning or tornado on the ground yet. But there, of course, was the couplet that produced a tornado on the northern side of Hernando, right there. And then as it moved towards the Horn Lake area, it just completely dissipated. And this one became the dominant one on that storm. And so now it is moving south of Olive Branch and moving towards the Tennessee-Mississippi state line, east of Olive Branch, Mississippi. And so this is going to stay northwest of Holly Springs, Mississippi. And for those of you watching, this is Stephen Ray, and I am a meteorology student at Mississippi State taking broadcast meteorology, and I will graduate with the meteorology degree a year from August, and then I will officially be named Meteorologist Stephen Ray or Meteorologist Stingray, whichever one you want to call me. But I am in meteorology school down there in Starkville, Mississippi, and so that is the reason that I do this severe weather coverage for you guys. It's not only to get um, some credibility, but to also help you guys out with all of the tornado uh, events that I can here for the great state of Mississippi. And I want to thank all of the fine people there at Mississippi News Report on Facebook for allowing me the opportunity to go live for you guys over in the state of Mississippi, as well as um, the Mississippi Stormtroopers. And I want to make sure that I say the name correctly. So I really do want to thank John Ross Myers, who runs the Mississippi News page, for giving me the opportunity to give you guys long form tornado coverage when needed inside the state of Mississippi. So once again, if you were in Hernando, if you were in South Haven, if you were in Horn Lake, I can give you guys the all clear. The tornado warning has been allowed to expire. Now this thing is sitting in between Olive Branch and the Tennessee-Mississippi state line. This will not impact Holly Springs. This will not impact Ashland. And once this moves into Tennessee, I can give everybody in Mississippi the all clear from this one storm. And then we will need to turn our attention to the storms that are over near Pine Bluff, Arkansas. So let's take a look and see what is upstream in Arkansas. And that's not a good sign, folks. That is not a good sign. You've got a supercell thunderstorm trying to develop southwest of Hernando. You've got a couple more right here near Pine Bluff. And then you've got one that is northwest of El Dorado, Arkansas. And then, of course, for Crystal Springs and Brookhaven, you guys have to watch this one that is south of Shreveport. And let's put this into motion. And this entire line is slowly going to be pushing off towards the east and southeast. So Tunica heads up again for another potential storm that is coming on the same trajectory as the storm that is up here near Olive Branch, Mississippi. And let's see if we can see any kind of rotation with this new storm. And there's a little bit, not much, but there's a little bit there. So we're definitely going to have to keep our eyes. Tunica, Hernando, and South Haven on this storm that is north of DeWitt, Arkansas, because it is coming on that same track again. Oh man, unfortunately. So there, of course, is the storm that bears watching for Tunica, Horn Lake, South Haven, and Hernando once again. But for right now, the tornado warning is in between Olive Branch and Byhalia, Mississippi. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And if I'm not, I apologize about that. And so this is going to stay north of Holly Springs. And then once it gets north of Holly Springs, it is going to cross into Tennessee. All right. All right. So we're getting now we are getting reports. All right. So we are getting reports now of thunderstorm wind damage, some roof damage, and trees down near the intersection of Highway 304 and Scenic Lane in Tunica, Mississippi. Also, DeSoto County has been canceled from the tornado warning, and this does continue for Benton and Marshall until 8:45 for a severe thunderstorm that was capable of producing a tornado located near Mount Pleasant, moving east at 55. So, DeSoto County has been taken out of the tornado warning, and I would almost guarantee Olive Branch I can give you guys the all clear. So, parts of Benton and Marshall County, Mississippi remain under the tornado warning. DeSoto County has been dropped. And so, once again, I do want to show you that that is the only storm of concern in the entire state of Mississippi. There's no other warnings anywhere from Memphis all the way down to the coast of Mississippi, but there are other storms back off towards the west that we do have to watch coming towards the state of Mississippi within the next little bit. So, this thing is going to stay north of Holly Springs, and in about 15 minutes or so, or probably even less than that, I can push this thing into Tennessee, and we can sign off here in Mississippi. Because this thing is going to stay over mainly rural areas of Benton and Marshall counties in Mississippi. So, if you were in Benton or Marshall County in Mississippi, Collinsville, Bay, hold on. Byhalia, Mississippi, Mount Pleasant, LaGrange, and Michigan City are going to be in the area of concern. Now, LaGrange is just across the state line up in Tennessee. So, if you are near Mount Pleasant, Mississippi, this thing is going to be on top of you right now. It is crossing the 72 corridor. Also, if you are near the area of Tasca, Mississippi, also Sladen, Mississippi as well. But Olive Branch, I can give you guys the all clear. And this thing is about to cross, or it's crossing, where the 302 crosses the 72 in North Mississippi near Mount Pleasant, which is also going to be near Benton and Marshall counties up there in northern Mississippi. My hell yeah. Okay. Hell yeah. Got it. Got it. Thank you for that tip. By hell yeah. Got it. Um, Thank you guys for all of the updates on how to pronounce the towns over there in Mississippi. Um, all right, so this is now north of the city of. Okay. All right, so the person that is asking about Belmont, Mississippi, you guys are underneath a severe weather risk. However, it is going to be later on tonight into the overnight hours, like in the pre dawn hours, unfortunately. Now, for Noxubee County, it looks like it is going to be a less of a threat than what is happening up here in northwest Mississippi. For Oxford, Mississippi, you guys are in the clear right now. However, Oxford is still underneath the tornado warning. I'm sorry, a tornado watch, and that watch goes until 1 a.m. So this is only round number one, and let me show you that round number two is going to be this stuff that is forming south of Little Rock, Arkansas. So, that was round one. And this is going to be the last batch that we have to deal with that is just west of the Mississippi River. And this will slowly track this way through the remainder of the night. So it could be a long night for people in Corinth, Boonville, Tupelo, Amory, because we've got to watch these storms as they progress into Mississippi, and unfortunately, they are just now developing. So, let me see what the Weather Service up in Memphis just said. Uh, Alright, so radar indicated tornado over Sladen, moving northeast at 60. So this thing is about to be out of Mississippi within a matter of minutes. And then as soon as it crosses into Tennessee, I will sign off and continue to watch these storms back off to the west, because there's no point in me just sitting here talking over nothing when there's no active warnings right now in Mississippi other than that one. Once it crosses into Tennessee, then that's it for now. But once again, we're going to have to watch this area near the Camden area, Pine Bluff, and then, of course, this one that is southwest of Tunica again as it crosses northwest Mississippi. Okay, Mississippi, Tipton, and Lauderdale. I think that is. Okay. So those storms over here in Arkansas are definitely strengthening. And we're trying to see what the progression of these do for the rest of the evening. But for those of you in Mississippi, I'm going to give this about 3 more minutes, and it will be out of Mississippi into Tennessee, and then I can give you guys the all clear for right now, and I can sign off. But while it is still in any part of Mississippi, I want to stay here. So your possible tornado was sitting over the city of Sladen, moving northeast at 60, which, if that's the case, that would put it out of Mississippi in about 3 minutes. So, for those watching on the Tennessee state line, there is your possible tornado that is right here, moving like that. And it is about to cross the 72 corridor, which that little faint blue line that you see right through there is the 72 corridor. So this thing is going to come up towards the area of Grand Junction, Tennessee, and then eventually the next big town in Tennessee would be Middleton, Tennessee, I guess. All right, so they've gone back to observed for Benton and Marshall counties. All right, so they've gone back to observed. So let's see on correlation coefficient if we can see where this thing is, and there it is. All right, so there it is. There's your confirmed tornado that is crossing the 72 corridor right now over Sladen, moving east at 45. Track's going to take it just about like that. But once again, this is a confirmed tornado that is on the ground doing damage, about to cross out of Mississippi going into Tennessee. And once it crosses into Tennessee, there it is. There's your new scan. And there it is. And I tell you, man, this thing does not want to get out of Mississippi. Hey, this thing wants to stay in Mississippi as long as it can. For whatever reason, this thing is going to cross the 72 corridor. Near the area of 72 and Early Grove, Mississippi. And then finally, when it crosses the county line over there, it will cross the state line. So next up for this damaging tornado is going to be the area of Early Grove in Mississippi. And then after that, it will cross into Tennessee. paralleling the Early Grove Road area. So we've got about, I would say, 5 more minutes with this thing in Mississippi. And then we can give it the all clear because it will pass into Tennessee. So the confirmed tornado is right there over Early Grove, and it's going to cross into Tennessee right there. This is the state line of Tennessee and Mississippi, and this is the county line between Benton and Marshall counties up here in far northern Mississippi. And then this storm will be the problem of Tennessee and not Mississippi. So probably, let me see. All right, so the Weather Service, dadgummit. All right, so the Weather Service in Memphis, for some reason, has added Tippah County in this new warning. So the new warning includes Benton, Marshall, and Tippah now. Man. So now they have put in Tippah County in the tornado warning that includes, I tell you, I'm not believing this. So the new tornado warning will include the areas along the 72 corridor, including Spring Hill, Mississippi, Michigan City, Mississippi, Hopewell, Mississippi, and Brownfield, Mississippi. Wow. So this is going to cross. This basically goes along the 72 corridor from near the areas of Early Grove all the way over to north of Walnut, Mississippi. So that's a pretty good ways along the 72 corridor up there. And so I'm telling you guys, this is in far north Mississippi. I'm talking the very, very tip top of North Mississippi. This is north of Holly Springs, north of Ashland, north of Faulkner, and north of Corinth. This is going to be for a very small portion of Mississippi. And let me see. I think Columbus is just too far away. So there, of course, is your confirmed tornado. And I do not know why they issued Tippah in it, but I guess to be on the safe side. But man, this thing does look like it is going towards Grand Junction and Salisbury. But if you are on the Benton Marshall County line near 72, this thing is on top of you right now. And especially if you are near the area of Michigan City and LaGrange, Mississippi as well. Let me stop this. There it is. Your tornado is literally a mile and a half from the state line. I mean, literally a mile and a half from the state line. Oh my gosh. No! All right, folks. All right. Folks, here we go again. National Weather Service in Memphis has issued a tornado warning that does include Tunica County, Mississippi. This is for a tornado near Palmer, 7 miles northwest of Marville, moving northeast at 55. So there, of course, is your new tornado warning. That includes North Tunica and almost to Horseshoe Lake in Mississippi. So there, of course, is the new tornado warning. And I warned you guys that these storms are now packing a punch now back here in Arkansas. So here we go again. And there, of course, is your possible tornado right there, sitting on the county line, back over in Arkansas, 7 miles northwest of Marville, moving towards the area of the state line near Tunica, Mississippi.